gives them that extra little psychological edge. And when it's one of your main men that's doing the damage, it just grows the togetherness and it grows the spirit.
Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow...
Shot a goal! And he's there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
He just whacks it away. We've reached half-time, so there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Shoots!
Yeah, just thinking about the goalkeeper.
Ritzel with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Looks like a good ball through. And the shot! Now it's Zaza. Where to from here? Play for a throw. Zaza going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Lobs it in gently. Looks to... goes for goal! There it is! Looks offside, I think. Yep, the flag is up.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it straight away.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Zidane passes it. Can he put it away? No mistake! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Real Sociedad take a two-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal and the other will fancy their chances of turning.
And a header! More and more and more and more! They are running riot! And they are cruising away!
Produced a lovely sequence of passes there. It's a terrific brand of football to watch, and importantly, it is a strong end product.
Valencia have chosen to bring on the last of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Five minutes left on the clock. Played out to the wing. Jose Gaya goes looking. He goes long. Space to get it forward quickly. And that's it. Real Sociedad, winners of a no contest. They just swamped their opponents in superior quality. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Real Sociedad were very impressive here, Peter. The backbone of this team is so strong, and it proved to be the decisive area.
The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. And our live game is Real Sociedad against Getafe. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'm going to go for Jay Rodriguez. His starting position is normally wide, but his game is...
Hits one! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with. Sometimes that's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
Hit into the middle. Forward it goes. Real Sociedad have made this tremendous start, Jim. What's the reason for it?
Well, I think team spirit. I think it's something that often gets overlooked, but this team has it in abundance. There's an unselfishness about them. They work for each other, and then some.
And it's a goal! And Real Sociedad are ahead! Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Real Sociedad were simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Shapes the shoots! It's in! And already they're looking to run away with it. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Poor defending or not, that was a clinical finish. Both the movement and the execution were top drawer.
Real Sociedad grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more...
And the finish! More and more and more and more! They are running riot! And they are disappearing out of sight!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Shoots!
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
Tries to dink it in, looks to thread it through. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Maradona passes it through. Has a hit! He's scored! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He snaffles his third and that earns him the match ball.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Rails, and we've reached half-time. Well, that flew by. It was breathless stuff. It's been one-way traffic here after the first 45 minutes. A relentless barrage that looks set to continue.
Well, every time they've gone through the gears, Peter, they've looked like scoring. So provided they can stay well clear of the handbrake, they ought to be completely out of sight fairly soon.
Real Sociedad have been nothing short of awesome in the first 45 minutes. A truly memorable performance on all counts. And it has to be said, this match is well and truly already won. Here we go again. Zidane tries to stroke it. Is it in? So what now? Tries looking to shoot. No, that's just wide.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Dinks one in. Just brushed off the ball there. Chance to break. Plays it into the channel. Gets into some space. Up he gets! And that's past the post. The weighted pass, and the shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Oh, it was a first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Goal kick. Getafe have their manager to thank for the last result. Can he finish? In it goes! And again, they pile on the misery.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
Real Sociedad tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Now it's Jay Rodriguez, played out to the wing, back to the keeper and go again. Desai hoofs it forward. He's had a go! And that will be the final act. Real Sociedad, winners of a no contest. They just swamped their opponents in superior quality. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
I think we're just about out of time, so many thanks to Jim, and a very good afternoon to you. think we're just about ready to get going here. A warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. And our live game is Villarreal against Real Sociedad. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
So we're up and running. Villarreal have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like this.
Absolutely. I think nowadays the science that goes on behind the scenes can tell a manager who's in the best shape, so he can use that information now to juggle his squad.
Goes long. Maradona! This could fall anywhere. Has a hit! It's anyone's ball. And it's Gaia. He'll have a dip! They've scored!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Real Sociedad get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number...
Hits one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Oh, great ball! And through to the goalkeeper. That always looked inevitable. The defence goes for goal! They've scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Sociedad grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Out to the left it goes. Can he score? And he's got good distance. Who's chasing? There's the end of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Real Sociedad go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Plays it out to the wing. He's got the ball glued to his... How about it? And that has been clubbed away. Floats one over. He's managed to get himself offside.
Yeah, he was off. Ever so slightly, but he was off.
Villarreal look as though they're about to make a change. Sit high, has a pop! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Played out to the right. And the finish! Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it? Striding forward, facing goal. Just starting to get the first signs of rain here. Can he put it away? They are rampant! And they are cruising away. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Real Sociedad take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Played out to the wing. Gaspar. Where to from here? Ball's loose, who's getting there? Maldini. Looks to slip it through. Going through. Is it in? Can he get the shot away? Can he shoot? No, poor contact, nothing on the shot. So, the manager making the last of his changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
It's a loose ball. It's a goal kick. Looks like a good ball through. Swung, meets it first time! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Real Sociedad have won big and in style. Everything went for them. Their poor opponents left chasing shadows. A scintillating performance. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
When you get free-flowing football out wide with consistent supply into the box, it brings excitement.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. The teams then, Copenhagen against Real Sociedad. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
The familiar strains of the anthem serving to raise the levels of expectation even higher. Three points, that's what they need for the prize of a ticket to the knockout stages. The reward's so high, the consequence of failure so costly. This is one game they cannot afford to get wrong. Gets things running. Tries a through ball. Backhand! And it's a goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
Oh my goodness, that has ripped the rigging.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Plays a clever pass. Forward it goes. He's had a shot! Shoots! And somehow it stayed out. Played out to the wing. That's a throw. It's a decent looking cross. Jimenez plays it forward. Dashing forward at pace. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Looks to clip it forward. Passes it through. Played back in. Diving header! Great effort. He flew in with courage.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Looks to slip it. Shoots! What about it? Two up and threatening to pull clear. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Sociedad grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal.
And we've reached half-time. Do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Real Sociedad go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. We're into the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. It's a long pass, but not the most accurate. Side of play, and it is a goal kick. Shell pass, that's the message there. Goes for goal! More and more and more and more! They are running riot! And surely that settles it!
Real Sociedad are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
This is becoming a stroll. Now the pass. Cuts it out. Jimenez. Battles to win it back. Looks like a good ball through. Gets it upfield.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Played out to the right. Oh, and look who's there doing the defending. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a header! And in it goes! And they are pulling still further away. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Real Sociedad totally rampant here. Bala. Deftly done. Big chance! So that's it. It is all over. So the deal is done. They are through to the knockout stage of the UEFA Champions League. think we're just about ready to get going here. A warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. The teams then, Real Sociedad against Alaves. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
He's had a shot! He's going after it. Up he gets! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort. Yeah, this has been pretty decisive, no doubt as to who the better side is.
Oh, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Real Sociedad were simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Munir played out to the wing. He's made sure that won't get through. Long and high towards the flank. It's Witzel. Jose Gaya collects the ball from behind. And the ball's come out! And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two. Turns and goes back. He's had a go! Looks like a good ball through. And that's been won straight back. Chance to break. Desai tries to get it forward quickly. Has a swing at it! Shoots! Back in for the follow-up! That's it for the first half, a breathless ending. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So there was the first half.
Real Sociedad ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Real Sociedad clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go...
Another chance! Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this. Actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind. Alaves are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss. I think tactically he didn't make a good job of things for starters, and then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope...
Goes for goal! Done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Shoots! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Changes here from both sides, in fact. Great leap! Goal!
They'll kick themselves if that doesn't turn out to be the clincher. What a time to score.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Sociedad break the deadlock.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Aimed low and direct. Zidane.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Chip through. And time is up. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form. A big team beating a not-so-big team, and a lesson dealt.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. So a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. The teams then, Real Sociedad against Real Betis. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
We have already started here. Drilled in low. Danger averted for now. Has a pop! Tries to stroke it through. Could move up a gear here. To make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Yago Aspas, and now they can launch a counter.
Well, he was thinking about headlines, I'm sure, but he ought to focus more on breaking lines.
Passes it through. It's a brilliant interception. Keeper goes long. He's got away. Christian Teo. Aspas has a go! And he just whacks it away. Chipped through. He's had a look. With a delicate ball. It's broken loose. Plays it out to the wing. Heads it! And it's a goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Real Sociedad take the lead, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and
He's gone for it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
the keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
It away. Decent clearance. The first half is done. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Real Sociedad head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're already into the second period. Real Sociedad carry a 1-goal lead into the second half. Zidane. Real Betis seek a performance here which reflects rather better on the boss. It's tail! Good clearance now, can they make something of it? Long and high towards the flank. Tries to swing it in.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must. The shot's on! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Aimed long and direct. Hoists it high, and Villa does
There's
well
a real
there.
appetite
Alert.
from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And out to safety.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Oh, going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
He gets! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And he heaves it forward. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Terrific contest, it really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough.
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his...